So the Lions play the Jacksonville Jaguars in a game that, I mean, nobody saw this coming at the beginning of the year. This team is 2-8. They are terrible. They are terrible. Just a few years removed of, I mean, last year even, right? But a few years removed of that comeback in their playoff game against the Chargers. I think they wind up facing the Chiefs the next year, right? Or the next round. They're terrible. I'm surprised they did not sell at the trade deadline. I'm just baffled by that whole thing. We were talking about Trayvon Walker or Arden Key, Arden Key is what he used to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But even Josh Hines-Allen, right? They're abysmal. And they're going to be like that for probably quite some time. I cannot believe we're talking about a team that a few years ago in 2021 and 22 had the first picks in the NFL. They took Trevor Lawrence and Trayvon Walker. Then they took Travis Etienne later in one of those drafts. They're terrible. They're terrible. And the Detroit Lions should absolutely spank them. There is no trap games. I'm done with trap games. I know the Lions are not going to, not take them seriously, but we are the far superior team, and we should play like it. This should be Tennessee Titans 2.0. This should be Carolina Panthers from last season. We came out, we did exactly what we were supposed to do, and we're going to do that again. So with that being said, let's look at the matchup predictor. Look at this, man. This might be the biggest margin. I think this is bigger than Tennessee. 14.3% to 85.6% for the Detroit Lions. Trevor Lawrence is out. That's what the 0 means, or the O means right there. That's kind of cool. But he is the team leader with, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 168 for 274. 2,200 yards. Jared Goff, 9 interceptions. That breaks my heart. It was just 4 a week ago. He would have had 4 interceptions and 16 touchdowns, but now he throws 1 interception for every 2 touchdowns, which I know those numbers are, it breaks my heart. 173 for 241, 280 yards. We're going to get the injury report a little later when this becomes official, but Tank Bigsby Knight has essentially replaced Travis Etienne. Etienne, you was talking about him being traded, during the trade deadline. 95 carries, 519 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 122 carries, 727 yards. Wow, so he is the Detroit Lions' leading rusher. I don't think we ever expected that, really. You know what I mean? We thought David was going to be the leading rusher, but shout out to Jahmyr, 7 touchdowns. Who is this? Brian Thomas, 37 receptions, 607 yards, 5 TDs. Amon-Ra St. Brown said, hold my beer, Jamison Williams. I'm the number 1 receiver on the Detroit Lions. 54 receptions, 524 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jamison Williams was suspended 2 games, so that didn't help that, or that didn't hurt either. So questionable. All these guys for the Jacksonville Jaguars are probably going to play. That's what that means. Detroit Lions, we'll find out today. I don't know if Sam Laporte is going to play. He was not spotted at practice today. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I say rest him. You can rest him all the next 3 weeks for all I'm concerned. Give him the rest of November off. I don't care. We can use Brock Wright. Shout out to Zach Ertz yesterday, too. I got to get back on camera. Zach Ertz, bro. He played for the Detroit Lions last year, been balling out for the Commanders. Shout out to Zach Ertz. Going down, the Lions have won 7 in a row, winning their last 5. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 1-4, literally losing to every good team and beating a bad team at the time. But this team now might be just as good as them. The Detroit Lions, 5 wins in a row for a total of 7. I don't think we've ever seen this whole thing green. I don't think we've ever seen it. So there is the stats in that regard. So who do I think wins this game? It goes without saying, man, this is not a competition. This is a peewee team at this point, and that's not even me being haughty. That's just me stating the facts. We should have blown out the Carolina Panthers last year. We did. It was a lot. It wasn't as close as the score made it seem. You get garbage points at the end of the game. We should have blown out the Tennessee Titans. Even though they had a bunch of yards, we blew them out. That's the same thing that's going to happen here. Mac Jones is playing this. He is terrible. If Mac Jones beats us, imagine, it ain't happening. He's bad. His team is bad. Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions and we still won. If we beat a good team, there's no way There's zero chance. And we're back at home. I'm giving this a 0.0% chance that the Jacksonville Jaguars beat us. If you can't beat if a good team can't beat the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff's worst professional performance, there's no way a bad team will overcome anything less. Jared would have to throw 3 or 10 interceptions for that to happen. It would have to be a turnover every single drive, and the offense would not be on the field. So the Detroit Lions will absolutely destroy the Jacksonville Jaguars, as they should. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Listen, it's not cockiness, it's confidence. Again, I'm done cowering over, oh, it's a trap game. No, nope, it's not. Our team is prepared. Our team is better. Our team is not overlooking this team, even though they could. They're not going to do that. But we, the fan, we're doing it. This is not a trap game. Nope, it ain't happening. The Lions will wipe the floor with the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. Same way Tennessee was. I was at that game. It was ridiculous. Started off a little sluggish, but it was ridiculous. So we win in that game, hands down.